Hello and welcome to the Build with Bear Workshop. My name is Pat Bear. I'm here to build some model kits and later play some video games and to hang out with all of you. I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, and the Tier 2 Blue emote. If you are currently a subscriber, reply with those emotes. If you're not yet a subscriber, you can just say hi or use other people's emotes. Or if you wanted to be a lurker, you could be a lurker. And that would be okay as well. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. Happy to have you here. Happy New Year to everybody. It is the final day of December 31st, 2022. It is currently shortly after 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be going until midnight. Plus, we are going to ring in the new year together because that is the decision that I made instead of not streaming, which was the alternative, or ending at 11 anyway. That was the other option that I had. Instead, I decided to add another hour. I am hoping that folks end up joining us tonight. The plan to have it documented for people is that we're going to finish up the Juaggu right over here. We've got the Juaggu, we've got the top half done. The legs are done as well. Got to add in the other parts, make it all complete. We're going to finish the Juaggu. Then we're going to start working on the RX-78-2 US Gundam American type, which is the Target exclusive. It is the RX-78-2 entry grade, but it has American colors. It's got colors of the U.S. flag. It is from Gundam Breaker Battlelog. It was a Target exclusive. Hello, Aristofan. Welcome. I got some stuff from Target, and this was a kit that, like, I've built this entry grade. I love this entry grade. The RX-78-2 is my favorite of the entry grade. It's the first hit. No stickers, no tools required. This kit does have stickers. The original did not, but this one does because America. So we got to have basically all the stickers that you add are all the stickers you need to turn it American, although it does have slightly different colors from the original to just go with the flow of it. And it's fine. It's a fine thing. So we're going to build that. We won't finish it tonight, but it's an entry grade, so we actually might get close to finishing it. And then the plan is that around 11 p.m. Eastern, give or take, we're going to switch over and play some Jackbox Party Pack and bring us into the new year. Now, what happens, Pat, if there are not enough people for Jackbox games? If it's like pretty quiet around here? Are you going to give up and not do Jackbox? Yes. Are you going to not stream until midnight? No. We're going to keep going on that. I'm streaming for 3 hours tonight. That's the plan. Jackbox could become Last Call BBS very easily. I could just switch and do Last Call BBS like that. No problems, no issues. We got that one build to do. The plan is to do that next Tuesday, or this coming Tuesday, I should say. This coming Tuesday, the plan is to do that and then Lego Builder's Journey. But I can just we can just do Last Call BBS and dick around in there for an hour, and that'd be fine. The one mode in Last Call BBS specifically. We could just do that. I got no problem with that, my friends. So like I said, that's the plan for tonight. That's what we're looking at. I hope you're all feeling good. Looking forward to finishing up the year with me, your friend Pat. If you are on the West Coast, obviously by the time we hit midnight, that will not be midnight for you. If you're in the middle of the country, it will not be midnight for you yet, but it'll be close. We will go and raid somebody who is getting close to the new year, and then I will dip and relax, and then probably go and watch a stream that will start it up at about 12:30 my time, 9:30 their time, and just hang out on a stream I want to hang out with there. I think I've explained that pretty well. I'm going to retweet my tweet. I should say this Juaggu is 10 years old because it was constructed released in 2012. So I want to finish it tonight so it doesn't become a 13-year-old kit, or 11-year-old kit, I should say, and it's just a 10-year-old kit. I don't know why I said 13 instead of 11. I hope you knew what I meant. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I needed to say. I retweeted my tweet. I'm going to get ready to reply to my tweet. For when it's time to do Jackbox to try to encourage some people to join us. But I think that's about it. Let me just check one little thing here. Yeah, I think we've hit everything I wanted to say here. I imagine this will be a very chill evening. Some years my New Year's Eve streams have been bumping, but I don't expect tonight to be bumping. It feels like a lot of people are streaming tonight that I like and enjoy, and a couple people are streaming tonight that would normally be watching my streams. So that's a thing. It happens. Please, I never feel bad when people are also streaming because they should be out there doing their thing. Let's go to the overhead here. We got the Juaggu here. You can see we got the anteater, our anteater / elephant face with our one big eye. We got the chest done. We got the arms here. We are 2 zoomed in. We'll widen up a little bit there. There we go. That's better. We got our finger guns here. Our backpack is done. It's for underwater movement, so it's not just rockets. There is another booster that goes into the waist, which we have not built yet. And we got the legs done. And now we're going to work on the rest of the legs, the connectors here, that are going to bridge the gap from our legs to our waist. So we'll get that ready to go. I'm just going to pop this piece out here. So it's today I got a little melancholy. I got a little introspective because a lot of people were posting like some people were doing like New Year's resolutions. Other people were just doing like, hey, 2022. I had a couple good things happen, just trying to be positive wherever possible, which I respect and I appreciate. So I went through and looked at my analytics on YouTube, which I normally do not pay any attention to. I care about comments, and occasionally I care about likes, but mostly I care about comments and views. Let's be real, I do care about view numbers. But I wanted to see what was my best video from 2022. And then I was like, okay, what was my best video from 2022 that I published in 2022? Okay, because that's a different thing. My best video in 2022, if you're curious, view-wise and retention-wise, which is remarkable, because it's fairly long, was my 2021 top 10 anime list. And the reason that did so well is because I had the video embedded on my top 10 written list for Giant Bomb. Previous years, I had it come out alongside, but didn't have it included. And this time, I requested that it be embedded and got it done early enough, so it was. And then that did very well because people watched the video while reading the list, which is kind of them. So that did the best. Now, if you're thinking, Pat, you gave a caveat there about what was the best video in 2022 as far as views go that you made in 2022. Did you have any videos that do well that you made earlier? And the answer is yes. And I don't know why. But my best video, one of which I definitely understand why it does the best. So I figured we could talk about this. I'm going to actually go in. I'm going to go bring this up because I want to make sure I have the right videos. But my best videos, for the most part, are not videos that came out this year. Let's see. I got to look at the period as 2022. Let me look at this here. Okay. My number one video in 2022, view-wise, is that was published in September 27th, 2014, and it is called My Brother and Me Thank Travis for Travis. It is a bit from the podcast My Brother and Me, because it was at the time was one of my favorite bits, and no one had put it up. So I figured, well, they don't really put up their own links or their own bits. This was, way before they started doing that, either putting full episodes up or just putting up like segments. I really like this bit. It's where Travis sings a song, Thanks Travis for Travis. And they kind of go along with it, and it's a fun little bit of business. So I posted that. That does very well every time I put it up, or every year. That is obviously my most popular video of the year, so you can imagine it did really well. It is basically every year that it has existed on my YouTube, it has been my most popular video because people search for Travis and it comes up pretty easily for my brother, me and Travis. If they're not even looking for the specific clip, they might find it if they're looking for other clips. So good. Another video that did very well that I did upload this year, but I didn't count it as like one of my videos because it is a video of a bit from 2011. That is my Jeff the Nerd bit on Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. This is a better version of the previous video that I had uploaded, and that got 280 views this year. That is a video that I uploaded in August. So pretty good. Pretty good. That did pretty well. People watched that. I don't know if they're searching for Jimmy Fallon. Most likely that came from Twitter likes and people talking about it on Twitter and retweeting it because it's a funny bit and it's kind of fun. Fun to see me with longish hair. My third top video of 2022 is a Pat Baer Reacts video. Do you remember in 2021, the first half of 2021, where I tried to do reaction videos every week and I stopped doing it because it was hard to find them and some of them got demonetized or region blocked or whatever, so I would have to upload them like weeks in advance? Well, then you may remember that in May of 2021, I uploaded Bear With Me, Pat Reacts to Butterfly in Dance Rush Stardom. It is just me reacting to someone being very good at the song Butterfly, made famous in DDR, in the game Dance Rush Stardom, and me just being bewildered by that. I do not know why that video has done so well, but I had 261 views of that video. The fourth most watched video of mine was a video I uploaded in the year 2020. 180 people watched Bearing the List Dragon Maid characters. That's right, my 2020 ranking video series where I rank things. For whatever reason, people really want to watch less than a fucking minute of Pat Bearing the List Dragon Maid characters, because I can see the average view duration is a minute. So on average, people don't actually want to watch that video. They just want to start that video and then go, oh wait, never mind. I don't understand why that is, but that's the case. My fifth most popular clip of the year, or video of the year, is clips of the Herald that Robin Williams was in with us. That the improv team that I was on bangs when Robin Williams did improv with us. That makes sense. You search for Robin Williams, and on the anniversary of his passing, and on the anniversary of the event, I usually retweet or post it on social media, and that gets some people that didn't know me since the last time I posted it to watch the video. And generally, people watch most of that video, which is cool. Now, the actual video that is I actually made in 2022, Pat Bear's Anime Club episode 63, the top 10 of 2021. That video has 122 views. So the sixth video on this list is new content that I made. Wonder if the minute is just people getting auto-played into it. Last work, that's also definitely possible that it's an autoplay. That people have their autoplay and it's just next in a suggested playlist. That's definitely possible. Yeah. And then we'll go through the top 10 because I think it's very funny. Closer Look. Closer Look is a series that I've done very few entries in. I don't even have a playlist for it. The idea, before I started doing my my yearly project, because this is a video from 2019, This was like the genesis of me kind of doing a video a year project. Well, this is while I was doing background and characters. I was like kind of trying to come up with projects. This predates Pat Bear's Anime Club. Closer look is real grade versus master grade versus perfect grade, and it's me comparing the sizes and shapes of the real grade, master grade, and perfect grade, looking at 3 kits that are similar and comparing and contrasting them. And for whatever reason, that video continues to do very well, or pretty well, all things considered. Which, again, I don't quite know why, but it does. Number 8 is a video from 2018 called Let Pat Play, Monster Girl Maker. You may remember I have looked at Monster Girl Maker, an app that is also on itch, where you can use some presets to make and color to make monster girls. That video, Let Pat Play, that got 89 views. That video, I believe that app might not be on itch anymore, or the iOS version might be gone. So people might be looking up for archival purposes, which is very funny to imagine. I don't quite know why people are looking for that. I guess they're also probably just YouTube, like looking on YouTube, searching on YouTube for Monster Girl, perhaps. But Monster Girl Maker, Let Pat Play. Let Pat Play was a Let's Play series that I started doing. I have done a couple of those. This predates the idea of me doing video game live streams, more than just once in a while. The idea that, like, in addition, before I realized I could just do bonus streams, I was like, oh, this will be fun. I'll make some Let's Play content. Maybe it'll take off. It never did, but it is funny that this video, which is pretty short, has people watch it. Number 9, finally, Pat Bear's Anime Club number 80. That's right. It's a video I put out this year. Finally, a video I put out this year. Another one. No surprise that Pat Bear's Anime Club make the high marks on the list. Number 80, which is the summer 2022 wrap-up fall preview. And then number 10, Pat Bear's Anime Club episode 74, spring wrap-up summer preview. Hey, Lysandra says, hello. I hope you and yours are having a great 2023. Yes, I hope you as well. I hope everybody has an excellent new year as we finish up this one. I hope everybody's next one is great. Got to put some stickers on here. We're almost done with stickers on this silly kit, so we got to do that. My most popular videos that came out this year that are me making them are all Pat Bear's Anime Club, which makes sense. I should say that those are 87 and 89 views, or 83 views. If I look at the best video views I had for this month alone, just this month, if I just look at this month, let's do December. If I just look at December, my best views, I already have a video that could end up on next year's most viewed list because it already has 76 views. And that is the improvised postmortem PAX Unplugged 2022. That already has 76 views, and it's only been up since December 4th. So that video could get more views if as people look up PAX stuff or people look up stuff for me or whatever. So that could get more views. I should also say, I mentioned how my number 1 viewed was like thousands of views. My brother and me, thank Travis for Travis, has 50 views in this month. 50 people watched, or 50 views of. I shouldn't say 50 people. Also, a popular video from this month on my YouTube is how to set up CPU versus CPU matches in WWE 2K22. 50 fucking views. People watch about 1 minute of that video, and I assume they just scrub through it. But it's not that long a video, so that's pretty fucking cool. Oh, and my anime awards got 42 views. That's nice. But yeah, oh, some people liked the Do You Remembaer didn't make the year list. None of my Do You Remember videos made the year list, but in a few years they might, because who the fuck knows? People might be looking up that stuff. I don't know. I try not to look at analytics. Again, I look at views as they come out, and I look at like comments. I like that, and thumbs up, thumbs down. I should look at my analytics for, now I'm looking at my VODs. Did anyone watch any of my fucking VODs this year? Let's see. Because my VOD channel is different from my regular channel. So let's see, 2022. My number one with, oh wow, with not that many views, honestly, but like pretty good, with 424 views. Build with Bear bonus, watching All Japan women matches. That was a stream where we just watched All Japan women matches. That was the only thing we watched, and that did some views. Those are my most views on any video lifetime of the VOD channel, which doesn't have as many subscribers, and also just has, every video uploaded there is very long, so it makes sense. The Gundam Exia Repair 2 Real Grade has a bunch of views. My top 3 build videos are all the Gundam Exia Repair 2. So I imagine people were looking for content about that particular kit and found my archives, which is nice. And then for whatever reason, people wanted to watch the Gundam Ground Urban Combat Type video. That's strange. Don't know why, but they did. And then my wrestling streams seem to do well on archive. There are a lot of them are in there. And then what's nice is my number 10, which is a video from November, is the Funsaki knockoff. That did well. I imagine people are Googling that because the official one is coming out. People were probably looking to see who, if any, influencers have gotten it, which obviously I hadn't, because I got the knockoff. And that's a little video year in review from your friend Pat. I hope that was somewhat interesting. At the very least, it just lets you know that no matter what I do, my most popular video my upload will always be, until I delete it, or until for whatever reason my brother, the fine folks at the McElroy family decide that, hey, you got to stop this. You got to get rid of this video, Pat. Until that happens, it will always be my most popular video. Some of my packs on my improvised postmortems. One of my improvised postmortems has like 4,000 views. It's like a ridiculous high number. That was one of the first couple. And I think I gotten some retweets by some heavy hitters that were in it. But that did really well. That was like, that year, that was clearly the best video that I had put up. And again, I mostly care about, are people enjoying it, or leaving comments, or leaving like likes or dislikes even. You know, that stuff is important to see for me. And then occasionally it's also like, okay, well, like, am I making any money off of that? Because you may remember that AdSense, at $100 I get a payout for AdSense. And then I usually take that money and just buy a model kit. I usually get another like fairly expensive model kit. Not like as pricey as that, but it just goes in because, you know, look, some of the videos I make have nothing to do with this channel, but it'd be very hard for me to separate, like, okay, well, what money did I make on views of stuff from this channel, and then also stuff from like the monthly I get from people that joined that Like, okay, well, can I delete that? Like, no, that's not worth like doing the math on. So all of it just goes into buying model kits. Speaking of expensive model kits, update. A label was created for the Heavy Arms Eagle. It will not be shipped for a little while because the shipping company that the seller uses, the international shipping company that is associated, it's not FedEx, but it's associated with FedEx. They are closed due to the holidays in Japan, and then they will reopen. When they reopen, they will at some point pick up this package, and then the label will I'll get updated, and then FedEx, a company that is working with FedEx, will send out this package from Japan, and I will get it at some point, and I look forward to receiving it. I did pay for quote-unquote expedited shipping, knowing that it would still take a long time. My hope is that by paying for expedited shipping, it gets picked up earlier than other places would get picked up stuff from. I don't know if that's true. I don't know how that's going to work, but I have some hope in my heart that I will be able to get this kit soon because I want to build it. It's a kit that looks cool, and then I also want to take the parts off and put them on, another kit, the Heavy Arms custom from Endless Waltz that I have. I want to break that kit out and put that on there because I think that would be funny to make the ultimate Heavy Arms by combining the Manga extra parts with the Endless Waltz OVA parts. I just think that would be neat. Speaking neat, we're about to do it, y'all. We're doing it. We're going to finish the Juaggu. The Juaggu is almost completed. Put this here. Put this here. There it is. It's done. Look at this goof. It's not a goof. It's not that goof, but it's a goofer. It's a silly kit. Going to show you a bunch of angles for it so you can see how weird this thing is. It's so goofy and strange. I love that it has butt rockets. It's got butt propulsion because it is an underwater vehicle. Lasberg says, yeah, beat you to it. Yes. I realized as soon as I said goof that I was opening myself up for jokes. And I was like, no, I make the jokes around here. I make the jokes at my expense around these parts. But yeah, here it is. It's very silly in a way that I appreciate. It's a fun friend, and I'm going to take a photo of it because we finished it. Can I put it on its back? I can. It's probably going to be the easiest for taking photos. Open this up here. Today, I filmed my first episode of the first video in the series of 52 videos for Barely Rehearsed, my new video series that comes out on Tuesday, if you're a $5 or $10 patron on Twitch, on Patreon, or if you're a $2 member on my YouTube, you'll get that video. And it is the beginning of a new series where I am trying to memorize some stuff or read it off of my iPad in a way that does not look like I am just reading it. I'm very pleased. I think it turned out pretty funny. It is based on an fairly old piece that I wrote back in 2016 with some modifications to make it more modern. And so because it was a topical character monologue at the time, and I was like, oh, I can't make this. This is topical at the time then, but like it's still really funny. It's a good premise, so I can work with that. And it was originally written for a friend of mine. And it was written in an afternoon. There was a show called Sketch Cram at the UCB Theater. I believe the LA Theater was still doing it when it stopped in New York. But the idea of Sketch Cram, we'll just do another video there, another photo there. The idea of Sketch Cram was you get a bunch of actors that come in later in the afternoon. But at the beginning of the day, early, you get a bunch of writers and maybe even a video director if you want to shoot a video. And there's a round of like pitches to like the head writers of like, or the organizers of like, hey, this is a sketch that I would like to do. Hey, I've had this idea for a while. And then they'll say, like, you should write up this, then this. Or, yeah, write up those 4 ideas. Then you write a sketch, character monologue, a sketch with a bunch of people, whatever. Then we come back and there's a table read. And then they basically write up a lineup. Maybe feedback, maybe notes, maybe clarification. Maybe there could be a callback that gets added to one sketch because it kind of fits with another sketch, and you can throw in a joke to tie them together if you want. Juaggu, you're going over here. Enjoy that over there. Life over there, buddy. All right. Let's build an only at Target kit. Look at that shit. Look at that weirdness. Instruction manual, only at Target. Because these stickers are Target exclusive stickers for the entry grade RX-78-2 US Gundam American type. Which is the next thing we're building. Gotta get this over here. Anyway, so I remember I wrote 3 sketches for that show, and 2 of them ended up in the show. One of them was a character monologue that I won't say what it's about because it's the first episode of Barely Rehearsed, so I don't want to give it away. Oh yeah, we don't need this. We don't need this for this. We are going to use an X-Acto blade for the RX-78-2 stickers. So we'll get that in, and then also we don't need markers. We'll use markers, and there are no polycaps on this kit, which is fun. So we'll just gonna pull this there, so I get at my stuff that I need, and we'll just go there. So the other 2 sketches that I wrote, one I don't remember anything about. I know that it had a lot of voiceover, and I thought that would be nice because the voiceover could be done. They wouldn't have to memorize. So the actors who come in later wouldn't have to memorize anything. They, that part. The other, they could just do whatever. And there was a character monologue, as I said, and then the third was a sketch that I wrote, and that sketch. The basic premise was it had something to do with the idea of, like, the line, oh, you know that guacamole's extra, right? Which was, like, it's one of those things, like, no one's ever said that to me, but it felt like, at the time, 2016, that felt very of the culture to, like, say that. To be, like, to me, for whatever reason, that felt like a very, like a thing that, like, was said a lot. And it was just like taking the idea of, actually, yeah, that's fine. I'll still get guacamole. And just heightening that and like really playing up that idea for whatever reason was very funny to me. I thought it was just like hilarious. I don't know why I thought that was so funny, but I did. I thought that was very, very funny. So that was a sketch that I wrote that ended up in that show. And it only, it only ran once. It was just sketches that ran just in that. We're starting with the head on this kit, which is like fine. I'm going to try to be pretty careful here, even though I should be able to do this without any tools. I still worry about it. It still feels very odd to me to be building a model kit without any tools. But it's not the first time I've done one of these. The thing I really like about that is obviously like there's no sticker for the eyes here. There are stickers. They're color correcting stickers because while this kit is red, white, and blue, the RX-78-2 is also that. I mean, there's more gold in the RX-78-2, whereas this kit has a lot more like off-white in it. But yeah, we're just going to assemble this as it comes here, and then slowly remove each part, they say. We will do some panel lining because that just makes it better. But yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I don't know. It was fun to do a little bit of a character work, a little bit of comedy, on-purpose comedy. I think I'm going to try to, like, I had a little bit of a costume for this one, but the plan is that some videos I will have more costume stuff based on what I have around and at my disposal, I should say. And other times, not as much. I probably won't do costuming. I am going to experiment with filming in different locations other than just here in my bedroom. Or at the very least, like, take this camera off off the arm, or just angle it differently and, like, use it against a back wall and stand there. I won't have this microphone for that, so I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to do that, because that way the sound is not consistent. But I'm going to experiment and play around a little bit. I did play around with now Zoom and some other, like Skype and some other services have autofill backgrounds where you can kind of like cut out the background. They try to like emulate a green screen, like a chroma key thing. OBS by default doesn't have that, and I use OBS to record stuff because it's just easier to record in OBS than the other ways. So I was playing around with, like, okay, well, can I do that in OBS? There is a plugin that uses apparently machine learning to try to do it, and it's bad. It's a bad tool because I was like, oh, if I could like make the backdrop green and then that could be like act as a green screen, that would be kind of funny. I could do, that would broaden what I can do on it for my videos, but it did not look good, so I am not going to continue with that. I'm going to let that go. All right, this one tells me I am going to use tools for this because it says slowly remove each part. I am going to go ahead and use my tool here. I could remove this without it, but let's just be safe. And then also, we are going to chop off the safety bits on this because I like my I like these to be sharp. So we'll just do that. So I am just going to shave off that. There we go. You don't have to do that stuff, but I like doing that. I like making these a little sharper here. A little pointy. We don't need the safety on there. I'm not going to be touching this all the time. All right, I'm going to go back here. I guess we could talk about, we've got some time before manga talk. Reminder, I don't have anime to talk about here because we're at the part of the year where there's not new anime. New anime starts on Tuesday. I've got right now I've got 4 shows that I could talk about on Thursday. Ningen Fusen, Adventures Who Don't Believe in Humanity Will Save the World. Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady, tentatively, because as of today, no one announced that they have picked that up. So it might not have been picked up by Crunchyroll or High Dive or Hulu or Netflix or anybody. As of right now, no one has picked that up or announced they've picked it up. So I'm still waiting on that. 2/15. Great. So wait on that. The Ice Guy and His Cool Female Colleague, which is a romantic comedy that has some supernatural elements, and I am a sucker for that. And Tomo-chan is a Girl, which is not, that is just a high school romance about a girl that suddenly catches feelings, but the guy that she's interested in barely understands that she is a girl, or that she would be someone that he would be, or that he would be interested in anyone, which is a fun premise. It's a little gender normative, that, like heteronormative, that he would, it's like, oh, well, I just learned you're a girl. No, thanks. Or I think it's like even funnier just to be like, oh, relationship stuff? Nah, what? Why would I do that? But whatever. I'm going to give that a shot because that seemed like a fun show. And I've heard good things about that manga. So I already got 4 anime to watch next season, but I don't have anything to watch for today, and I don't have anything to watch for Monday, because we do have one more episode of Witch from Mercury, but it's not this Monday. Or not, it's not tomorrow, I should say. Which is annoying. What if it was, though? It would have been cool if I could watch that tomorrow. Talk about it on Monday. But I can't do that, friends. I can't do it. But yeah, in the second hour, don't worry about it, okay? Fucking relax, everyone. I've got some manga to talk about, and only one of them is an isekai. Now, one of them is the other one of the three is a fantasy series with a harem, an overpowered main character and a harem. And the other one besides that is a regression time travel kind of reincarnation story. But you know, still good. All right, we did the head. The head is done, everybody. Of our RX-78-2 US. So now we move on to the body. Let's get some body together here. I do look. Do I like a model kit covered in like the American flag, like stars and stripes? Not really. I don't really like that. I think it's a weird choice. I mean, it isn't like they just made their own. It is like canon in Gundam Breaker Battlelog. It's like the U.S. Champions kit. Like, it's kind of fine. Oh, I don't need these. I keep grabbing tools. I do not need snipper clips for this because it's an entry grade. It should just pop out. Although sometimes they don't seem to want to. Yeah, it's not my favorite thing that this exists, but I do think the color scheme outside of the stickers looks pretty fucking rad. The color scheme is pretty great. I like this red. I like this, off-white. I don't have any complaints about how it looks. I mostly just have complaints about what it is and how it's weird. All right. So that goes in like that, which is cool. It is odd to have a RX-78-2 without any gold. Like, like the parts you expect to be gold are not gold. And that is a little strange. It's just a little weird. A2 17. Right. A2 17 goes in like this. Yeah. Goes in like that. Great. All right. As we start putting this together here, I'm just going to panel line as I go because I want to make sure that I get these. It's always easy to do. Sometimes it doesn't make any sense to panel line until you've got it all together because sometimes the connectors create their own panels and you got to go back. But whatever. Totally all right to do that as we go on occasion. Put some stuff there. We got a little time left before we got to take a break and then talk about some manga, I should say. I would love to hear from you, friends. This is the participation portion of the stream here a little bit. Hey, you got anything you're excited about for 2023? You want to talk about maybe some New Year's resolutions, some goals? You got hashtag goals for 2023? Hashtag goals 2023? Hashtag goals? Hashtag resolutions? Hashtags resolutions 2023? Let me know in chat if you got anything that you're like, yeah, this is the thing I want to do, or this is the thing I'm looking forward to. I would like to go to a convention that is not PAX Unplugged. Maybe I'll still go to PAX Unplugged, but I would like to go to a convention besides that. That would be the goal. I also want to get back to New York. I can't make my goal moving out of this house. I don't think it's possible right now, and I don't want to make it a goal and then be depressed, unbelievably depressed when I don't succeed in that goal. So I am not making it a goal. That is always the goal. That is consistently always the goal, is to get out of this fucking house and get where I need to be, which is somewhere else doing other things on my own and not living with my folks. But realistically, yeah, I want to go to a convention that's not PAX Unplugged. I want to see some people that I didn't see previously. I would like to actually do the thing that I talked about doing this year in 2022, which was have guests audio, at the very least, audio guests, if not video guests. The internet here probably wouldn't love that. But I could definitely do audio guests, in a Discord. I would like to do that. I have got an idea. I have a semi-ambitious idea for Plamo Weekender 2023. Because I believe that I will only have 2 hours in that time, which is not enough time to really build a model kit when I know that at least 30 to 40 minutes of that stream will be opening packs of cards. I have a line on some cool, fun cards for that, some kind of different stuff that I am trying to lock in, and I might have somewhat of a sponsor for that, so we'll see. I have somebody that collects lots of cards that is looking to maybe offload them to me for charity purposes, which would be rad. That's all still in the works. But the other plan is to have it's a big one. But do something a little different in there. Again, can't say for sure or can't tell you right off the bat what that's going to be. But there is. I got a few ideas. I'm bouncing around some ideas that might work out and be good. All right, I need 8 and 18. 18 is this one here. But I want to hear from you, friends. If you want to throw something in there. Lashbrook says, I know it's cliche, but I really need to start working out and really commit to it. I also want to try and take a big trip. Lashbrook, I hope you get that big trip, and I also hope you get that working out thing. Yeah, I mean, like, it's cliche for a reason, right? Because it is like people want to start the new year. I kind of want to up the ante on my biking. I usually do like 30 minutes on the bike, which is basically, in the garage. I don't bike on the street. I would like to extend how long I bike. My walk is like 40-minute walk, and I think that's like fine. But I would like to get some more take some more time biking and kind of extend that out. If that means doing it earlier in the day or whatever, I don't know. But I really need to get on that bike for longer than I'm currently doing it. I need to kind of increase that. I've been consistent in my weight, but I would like to lose some instead of just being consistent. Aristovan says, more travel this next year is something I'd like to do. Yeah, I think travel, like I said, I want to do more convention stuff. Go to a convention that isn't PAX Unplugged, and that would be neat. So hopefully I will be able to get some of that in the new year. And I hope that for everybody else too, that we get some fun trips and some cool shit going on. I'm going to squeeze my chair in here. Hold on a second. You can see my microphone. There we go. All right, let's get this going here. But yeah. I mean, my trips this year were, I went to New York, which fucking ruled. And, that was really fun. And then I went to PAX Unplugged. And that's it. Those were my trips. So yeah, I wouldn't mind getting out there doing a little bit more. Somebody asked me the other day on a Discord that I'm in if I had plans for another like February thing, because my folks go to Florida in February and I'm still here, which means that I can kind of do like a daily stream. I did the Daily Dwarf. That was my week-long experiment where every day in the afternoon I streamed some amount of hours of Dorf Romantique, or Dorf Romantic if you're boring. Haha, suck it. I don't think I'm going to do that again. I was happy that I did it. I thought it was a fun project to do, and I'm glad that I gave it a shot. Afternoon streams, I wouldn't be opposed to doing afternoon stream now and again. Back when I started doing Monday streams years ago, they were afternoon streams because I had places to be in the evening. I worked Monday nights. So those were my original Monday streams were daytime streams. And that was fine. I had fun doing that. We need B3 and B4. So, I wasn't opposed to doing afternoon streams, but the daily streams I don't think I would do again. All right, so getting these out here is not that difficult, which is good. We got to put the beam sabers up here, so we'll get these on. Lastberg says, I did just complete one of my last minute 2022 goals, which was to finish the real grade new Gundam before the year ends. I started the kit in late March. I mean, that RG was no joke, Lashbrook. Like, there was some detail on that kit. So congrats on finishing that up. This was a really good year for real grades. Between that and the God Gundam, and the Zeong, I actually think was 2021, but I built it this year. The Zeong was my expensive kit that I used because that kit I was never going to just buy. And then I built the Hainu, and I built at least one other real grade this year. Oh no, I did the full mechanics, the 2 full mechanics, which were fine. Doesn't help when you let it sit in a drawer for months. No, Lashbrook, definitely complicated kits don't get built when you aren't building them. That's very true. But yeah. Oh, the real grade, the You Remembaer 2, which for whatever reason, we talked about it, which for whatever reason was very popular in terms of people wanting to watch my streams of it, or at least some of my streams of it. For whatever reason, that was a very popular viewing, which is cool. Okay. Let's see here. All right, we'll get this going here. This kit, like, I don't think there does exist a possibility that I will finish this kit by the end of this stream. My assumption is that I will get most of it done, and that I will finish it up or ease early into Monday stream, aka the first stream of 2023, where I have to also remember to get a new song, because the Christmas themed one that I have here will be no more on Monday stream, the first stream of 2023. I think, like, some people asked me about my favorite builds this year. I talked about that on my Patreon Q&A. My favorite Lego of the year was probably the camper van, the old camper van kit, the used kit that I got sent by my buddy Adam. That kit was really fun to build. It's fun building a Lego set that's not built to minifig scale. Also, we got the child back here, Grogu. Grogu, I said not Drogu, Grogu. The child from The Mandalorian. That was a really fun Lego build. That was a Christmas present from my parents last year. And that was a nice, very long Lego build. Might have been the longest Lego build I've ever done, because that was a lot of parts to get that together. All right, chest is done. Now we'll build both arms, I should say. Both arms, and then the shoulders, which are easy on this kit. And then we build the waist, which is nice. We start at the head, go head, chest, arms, waist, legs, weapons, done. Makes a lot of sense. I don't know why more kits don't do it. Some kits have you start with the arms, or I guess starting with the chest doesn't make, it's fine. But a lot of kits have you build the legs and then the waist last. And I don't know why you don't build the waist after you build the chest. To me, this makes sense, but whatever. You know, folks got their ideas. They know what they're doing. The people that design model kits know a lot more about design than I do. I just know design from a building. I just know what I like when it comes to that. And we can build all this together. So we'll just pop this apart here. Build these together. Arm pieces. Again, no polycaps on this kit. You don't have to worry about that stuff. V1 and V2. Go ahead. Just put that right there. Yeah, so that, I guess that's probably it as far as, like, my goals for next year or whatever. Like, you know, there's stuff. There's more to say. You know, I would like to There has been a project that a friend of mine, or sorry, a couple friends of mine, I should say, specifically a couple friends, have been trying to get off the ground and have me participate in, that I've been like excited to do, and just timing has not worked out. So like the hope is we can get that going. That would be nice. I would like to be on more podcasts and live streams, or just audio guests on things. There are some people that I didn't have room in the schedule, or things didn't work out that I couldn't join in for stuff. Like, I don't have as much excuses these days of like, hey, I've got this thing coming up. Like if I do PAX Unplugged, then I can be like, hey, or not PAX Unplugged, if I'm going like PAX East or PAX West, I can be like, hey, I'm going to PAX and would like to promote the thing that I'm in. You know, like that's easy to do if I have something. If I don't have anything, it's hard to be like, hey, people with a more successful thing than I have, what if you let me hang out with you again? Like, it's a weird sell. Like, I can do like, hey, I'm available. You know, I can always do that. But I was only on one podcast this year. I did the Nextlanders, the Ramblecast. They're one of their Patreon exclusive podcasts. That I believe is 1 week on delay for the $5 tier, but you have to go manually grab it, and then like there's a higher tier where you get it, and there's a video version, which I think is the higher tier. This was before they started doing video version for Ramblecast, so there's no video of me. Unless they recorded it without telling me, put up the recording. I don't think they did. Rishfan says, I think my favorite Lego build was a huge F1 car. It had some great details. I assume you meant F1 and not F exclamation point, but also a F car is also pretty cool. I hope everyone had a good time building their F cars. No, I know what you meant there. Yeah, I didn't build as much Lego as I normally do because they didn't put out a lot of new Lego that I was interested in picking up. I do have some on my wish list, which we'll get to. It was effing great. Well, there you go. Yeah, there is some stuff on my wish list that looks neat. So, you know, if that comes up, I'll be certainly happy to build it. But yeah, I didn't do as much Lego this year. I did a lot of high grades from the mid 2010s. I did a lot of high grades. Hey, remember Gundam Breaker Battlelog, which is this is technically from, and now by finishing this, I have indeed built, like, this is the year that I built everything from a line. Now, obviously, there weren't a lot of kits in that line, and they all came out at once, except, you know, this exclusive. But I built every kit in a line, which is weird. That is a weird thing to, like, when I realized, like, oh yeah, no, I put all those together. Huh. That's strange to think about. You know, I'm happy that I was able to do that. And this is now, like I said, the last thing from that line, Gundam Breaker Battlelog. Technically, there were two Gundam anime this year, although that one was digital, like YouTube only. There was also a live action Gundam. So there were 3 Gundam projects this year, major Gundam projects. Of course, the only one that anyone really cares about is, of course, Witcher Mercury. I do have a kit. I think that's going to be the next thing I build. I don't think I'm going to do a poll about the next thing. I think I'm just going to go right into doing it because I really want to do Ghoul's kit. That is the only kit from Gundam Breaker Battlelog I currently have. I'm not, what am I saying? Witcher Mercury that I currently have, but I would like to build it. As far as I know, that kit has no polycaps, and that's always interesting to build a high grade without polycaps. That is that's unique. That is a kit I bought with my own money. There was a little bit of a sale going on in USA Gundam Store, so I was quick to use that on, and then they had just come out, and I was like, oh, I want that. I want something, because the Lith, I don't know when that's coming out. I have no idea when that kit actually ships. My kits that I'm waiting on are, what I got? Where'd it go? Fourth quarter, it says, which, you know, can still be any time coming. Gundam Lith. from USA Gundam Store pre-order. In February, I'm getting the Premium Bandai Heavy Gundam High Grade, which is just a cool-looking Gundam. I'm getting Quattro Bajin's Rick Diaz High Grade from Premium Bandai, which is a cool reissue of that. And in April, I'm getting the Zeta Gundam, the MS-763 Zeta Gundam from Premium Bandai, which is fucking beautiful looking colors. So those kits are coming. I am excited about those. Yeah, like I said, those will be here various months of the year. And that's it. This is the least amount of pre-orders I've had in quite some time. 4 pre-orders. So I'm keeping an eye on Premium Bandai for things that excite me. Of course, I would have loved to get the Rose. The Rose, I would have had to start the stream late to try to get the Rose. I did not quite have the cash for the Rose anyway. And then, of course, it sold out. The pre-orders for that sold out instantaneously. And I was not going to get that. So I don't feel too bad about that. I am hoping that they'll do another run of it, I assume. And I'm hoping that I'll be able to get that. The other thing I can do is maybe a friend of mine's brother can get it for me in Japan. Maybe. I only say that, not shipping, because that just becomes a lot. But he is shipping a bunch of stuff because he is my friend's brother is returning from Japan for a couple years. And so he put the word out of like, hey, if there's things that you want, I can ship them with some things, and you can just pay me a little bit of money, and then obviously what it's worth, which is still way better than doing like Baer or something like that, or Japan, Yahoo Auctions Japan or whatever. So I am contemplating reaching out and being like, hey, they have it at this place. Can you go get me the Gundam Rose High Grade? I really want to build it. For those that are unaware, I'm talking about the Rose Gundam from G Gundam, which was Neo France's. The fact that they are putting out a high grade of that kit that had, I believe that kit only had a non-grade before. I'm going to look this up. I don't believe that the Rose Gundam ever had a good model kit before. It might have. Or the Gundam Rose, I should say. I'm looking up at Gundam Wiki right now. Did this kit ever have a good model kit? Let me see. Gunpla. Okay, yeah, no. It's never had a really good one. The Gunpla listed for, according to Gundam Wiki, which can be wrong sometimes, but in this case I believe is accurate. The Rose Gundam has only had the 144 scale non-grade. We built those before. Those things have stickers and are still not show accurate. They're not great looking, and they're very tiny. They are not 144. They're 144 scale, but they are not high grades. They're non-graded kits. So the Rose Gundam having a high grade in 2022, or will be released 2023. It might be marked 2022. That's remarkable. That's unbelievable and weird that kid is getting that. That's so strange. Okay. There's not a lot of it tonight, so I'm not going to go through the whole rigmarole spiel here. I'm not going to do that. Not going to go through the whole thing. But I am going to take a brief pause for the cause. The first thing I will say is, if you're currently a subscriber to the old Bill with Bear, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, or the Tier 2 blue emote in the chat. Thank you. For if this is your first month, if you were gifted a sub, if you have been doing this since I started, or since you found out I was going into this, if you jumped up to a Tier 2 at some point, if you are, you're here on occasion, hey, Dirty, welcome. Happy New Year. If you are here occasionally or consistently or only on Saturdays, if you're watching this later on VOD, thank you so much. I say this every year, but as we go into the end of one year and the beginning of another, I must stress to you, I must inform you and reiterate that this year has been shit, and being able to stream consistently like I have has been a lifesaver. Having an outlet for my creative interests, for my hobby interests, being able to talk about manga and anime and video games, being able to play video games in front of an audience or with an audience, has been phenomenal for my mental fucking health. There are 3 things I am most thankful for this year. Therapy, a certain private Discord that a friend of mine invited me to, that we watch a lot of wrestling on and talk shit about stuff and hang out and vent when we need to. That's been unbelievable. And the third thing is streaming. Those are the 3 things I am most thankful for in 2022, because for mental health wise, it's been great. If you want to become a subscriber, this is a great time to do it. You totally should. It is the end of the month. Gifting a sub would be cool if you wanted to do that. Don't worry about that. I would say, if you want to gift a sub, wait till Monday. That would be cool. Lord Crashington, usually it's the person that presents this, but I'm going to hit the dance button just because I want to. I could do this because, let's see, I can do that. I can get started with channel points. I'm going to hit the dance button. I'm just going to hit the dance button because why not? This is the last night of me using this Christmassy dance button, which is a song that is available for YouTube use, so it did not get demonetized. Which rules? I was so grateful that song was available on YouTube with the Creative Commons, so I do not have to worry about it. Yeah, I'm not going to go through the whole spiel. I'll give the short rundown here. We'll get back in. We'll talk about some. I guess we'll talk about some manga. Yeah, and but I do want to give a quick little shout out to my Amazon wish list. If you want to start the year off right, and by start the year off right, I actually mean buy me something. You could do that over at my Amazon wish list. I just added a couple new things, which is why I'm bringing it up. I got some new Lego stuff in there. Some things that kind of seem fun that would be nice to do. Like, hey, we haven't done Lego Star Wars since I built our friend over there. Although I think, actually, that's not fair. I think I did the Child and the Mandalorian. I think I did that. Maybe Child and Boba. Maybe I did that, but whatever. I haven't done a lot of Lego Star Wars. There's Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter is there, and that's a cool looking kit with some minifigs that seem neat. I got some Gundam stuff, some Lego stuff, inexpensive kits, very expensive kits with free shipping. The Geminis model kit has dropped in price. It is now $40. It used to be $50, so that's kind of fun. And a few things have gone up in price lately, which has been a bummer. But yeah, and I got some tools there, some things that would be nice for me to have. If you see something there that you'd like to see me build, it'll jump the queue, becomes the next thing I build. Haven't had anything. I thought I might get a thing for Christmas. I did not, and that's okay. But I was a little surprised. Usually around Christmas time, somebody buys me something. They don't have to, obviously, but they usually do. My alternatives is I got a Throne wish list. You can jump over on Throne. I got to update that for the new year. I will. It's a lot of gift cards over there and such. And then USA Gundam Store. They've got a lot of Witch from Mercury kits for sale there that I would definitely buy if someone bought me a gift card to USA Gundam Store. And, make a YouTube video. It jumps the queue. You know how that works. My Discord, if you haven't joined that, I'll put that in there. If you're watching this later on the VOD, all of these are available in the show notes. The show description, I should say. Not show notes. Let's see. A couple video links. There will be a new episode on Monday of Pat Bear's Anime Club. If you missed my previous Pat Bear's Anime Club, which was my 2022 Anime Awards, my Anime Awards, not Crunchyroll's, you can hop over there and check that out. about Baer's Anime Club. And then Do You Remembaer? The very last Do You Remembaer, where I hastily read the Wikipedia page for fucking Wikipedia. That's the Do You Remembaer. It's the last one in the project. New project comes out on Wednesday. This was fun because I also talked about like the problems of the, like I went to the talkback section of Wikipedia and learned a bit about that. How like the major problem with Wikipedia.com, /language/Wikipedia is that people get directed there by Googling Wikipedia instead of going to wikipedia.org. Also, did you know that Wikipedia's original address was .com and people were like, wait, is this a commercial product? And they were like, yes. And then later they were like, no, actually it's not. Because the founders, Jimmy Wales and another person, were like part of a terribly named thing whose name I can't remember. Oh God, I'm looking it up right now. But they were part of another thing. And they were like, oh, actually, fine. We're going to get rid of that. But they were like partnering with, yes, okay. Let's see. Come on, show me the history. Here we go. Nupedia, Nupedia. Nupedia was the original project, which was like an online encyclopedia with the other encyclopedias that was like not peer reviewed. It was reviewed by, what's the word for it? Qualified people in their fields. New Metal Wikipedia, indeed, Lashbrook. So they started Nupedia, and then like as a side project, they were like, okay, well instead of these experts that take forever and want to be paid, what if we just had like crowd worked and like the Wikia technology or Wiki technology at the time? Let's try that. And so they tried that, and then people were like, is this a for profit? And they were like, oh no, it's not. So there's that. Check that video out if you haven't already. Okay. All right, let's get back to building here. We got some time left, and we're going to talk about some manga, even though we're starting with a manhwa because we're starting with a South Korean comic. But you know what I mean when I say manga. It's not Manga Monday, but we are going to talk about some manga. And before I get into that, I do have to drink some water dramatically and then go back to the overhead. So here we go. All right, let's go on to the waist of this kit. Let's not waste any more time and start working on the waists. Hell yeah. And I'll talk to you about the Archmage Transcending through Regression. This is not an isekai, but it is a regression. And a regression story which is very popular in the as a subgenre of South Korean comics. Basic premise you've got going on here is, okay, so we got Mikhail. Mikhail is the world's only 9th circle archmage. He took a lot of shortcuts to get there. He had a rough path to get that far because the world is at war with demons from another dimension. And things are fucking rough. And obviously, it is fucking really difficult to fight against this and like raise an army, and they lost so many people because it was a surprise attack and all this other stuff. It wasn't necessarily a fully surprise attack. There was a prophet who did see all this coming, but people didn't believe her until it started happening, and by then it was fucking too late in many ways. The other big problem with this whole invasion, other than the fact that it's happening, is that the chosen hero, the person who has accepted the role as being a hero, is strong, but is stupid. He is a dumbass, and he makes very dumb decisions, but he's the hero, so he's in charge. Our guy, Mikhail, who is the world's only 9th circle mage, archmage, he had the opportunity to lead the forces. And he chose to reject that because he was like, this is not something, I'm not meant for this. That's a responsibility that I can't handle. This guy will step up and it'll be fine. It wasn't fine. So, as he is dying, he's taking his last breath because the hero fucked up so bad. He's like, well, I've got one last chance. Let's see if time reversal will work. Let's see if this time reversal spell that I have researched as a last resort, let's see if this shit works and I can go back in time. And it works. He travels back in time. He has the knowledge of what happens and what's going on out there. He can work to make himself stronger the right way, and actually even more powerful than he was before, because he is taking some stuff that eventually would go to the hero and making use of it now as just the dude. And the most important thing, so this is like, yes, he's overpowered. He's not fully overpowered yet. He'll get there. But the thing that's interesting about this one is, to me anyway, is that he has a lot of information about like what's coming. So he can be like, okay, well, my goal is I'm going to be strong enough to make myself the hero, or at the very least, the person I'm with, the hero. And I know that these people died in the assault that would have gone on to become very strong. We most recently got to the point where he has met the person who can train a bunch of people that might be like a little too old for these battles, but because she was searching for her daughter at the time that everything went wrong, she wasn't around for the events, and things would have gone much better had she been around. Now our guy can recruit her, like, hopefully, and he can get stronger faster and be aware of what's going on. So it's like, it's interesting because he is actually getting things done. A lot of regression and manhwa take a very long time. This one, like, the pieces are falling into place. Now, I can't tell you for sure that this thing is moving and grooving and, like, we're, like, days away from, or, you know, weeks away from, like, the battle starting and all that. But it has felt like it is moving at a much faster pace than other regression stories that I have read. He didn't come back as a child. Past Life Regressor 2022 is a new adaptation of a webtoon that I'm not reading anymore because this dude traveled back in time and there is even a time dash and it still is like 30 chapters in, 20 chapters in, and he's barely done anything. And I was like, Past Life Regressor had like a 10 chapter arc of him manipulating the international stock market. And I was like, I'm sure somebody fucking loves this shit. But that somebody was not your friend Pat. I was like, fucking, what happened to this being an action manhwa? Anyway, that is besides the point. We should talk about our next manga, The Strongest Beastmaster in the World. This is not a isekai. He had to get enough money to buy a mountain range. Yes, he did, Dirty. You're right. He needed to invest money to be able to buy a mountain range because that's where a dungeon is, so he can explore the dungeon before other people explore the dungeon. Now, one of the things I like about Past Life Regressor is that his goal is to murder the people who got great powers and turn the world upside down. Instead of murdering an outside interference from a force, he's like, no, some humans turned out to be shit, and I'm going to go back in time and kill them or take their powers. I appreciate that, but it just took so long before he was doing anything. It was so much of him being like, oh, and then this happened, and I did this, and with this guy, and then now my friend has to go and talk to these people from this. I was just like, fuck this shit. Somebody will tell me when it gets good. Anyway, speaking of getting good, not The Strongest Beast Tamer in the World is not great. It is not an isekai. It is an slightly overpowered main character. Also, Past Life Regressor remake feels like another telling of Return of the Legends. Yeah, definitely. I could see that. Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down on that one. So this is a story about a guy who gets kicked out of the city he lives in and goes off to the woods. And he basically goes out to the woods to die because of his skill. We'll talk about his skill in a moment. It's not in the title of the name of it. But I will say this, of all of the manga, of all of the manhwa, of all of the manhwa I've read, this is the first time that the kicked out of the hero, or in this, or hero's party, or in this case, banished from a town. They're pretty fucking justified in this one, y'all. This time around, they made the right call. They later make a call that is too much, but in this particular instance, they make the right call. Because our boy, Magu or Bag, his skill is called Decoy. And basically, he's just constantly attracting monsters. Monsters constantly want to see what the fuck's going on over there with that little boy. And if you are in charge of a city or a town or whatever, you probably don't want a decoy around. Because it's not like he can turn it on and off. It's a passive ability. So you can't even be like, oh, he'll be able to, kite people over here. It's just like, no, they are constantly freaked out because at any point in time, everything in their lives could be ruined. So they kick him out. And it's like, yeah, that makes sense. Now, later, they show up because they're like, actually, you know what? He probably shouldn't be alive. And that's where they go too far, obviously. Where they decide that this dude needs to die because even though he's out in the forest, the mountains, monsters can still show up in town. It's a little flimsy when you think about it. Or he could come back someday because, like, what if he comes back and wants revenge and sacrifices himself to, have a bunch of monsters show up? So they're like, we probably need to go and kill him. Now, they don't kill him. But the only reason they don't kill him is he can kind of hold off. And also, I should say, including his childhood friends who were like, stop making this difficult. We have to do this. And he's like, don't kill me. What are you talking about? He gets a little strong because he has shared powers with demon beasts. Not demon beasts, divine beasts. A dragon, a phoenix, and a water spirit that they call a kelpie. And this is the point where I let you know what you're already asking me. You're about to type it in. Pat, are these divine beasts girls? Yes, they have humanoid forms for some reason. And they all have, one of them thinks is like, oh, you're my boss. One is like, you're my big brother. One is just like, you're my husband. They all have different thoughts about our main dude because Decoy is actually Caller. The reason why monsters are attracted to him is the similar reason as why divine beasts are attracted to him. They want to know what's going on. They are interested in him. And of course, this is the best case scenario is that these incredibly powerful ladies all want to live in a house with him. Is that, well, even if monsters want to come at him, they're fucking terrified of divine beasts. They're not going to do shit. So he's never been safer. And also, if he lived in a town with them, the town would never be safer because divine fucking beast would be there. Now, there is a twist to this, which they have not gotten too far into, but is somewhat interesting. Could be interesting, I should say. I don't know if it actually is yet. That the last demon lord was probably also a caller, because most likely the demon lord, was called that because he unified like divine beasts and monsters together, and humanity was scared shitless of that. So there could be other people who are attracted to him for nefarious reasons, either to make him the next demon lord or it's going to be a problem. So Dirty, if I remember correctly, all of the girls are young looking, but I don't know if any of them are very young looking. I don't remember. It's been a while since I read this one. This is, hey, fun fact. This is one of the manga that like I could have talked about months ago and just never did. It never came up on Manga Monday. It's only coming up because I'm talking about 2 to 4 manga every stream until new anime starts. So I was like, well, I guess I finally have to fucking talk about this particular story. Also, all the characters look to be about the same age as our main character because he is in his teens. So I believe everybody is in their teens. So it is not another Fire Emblem. Positive. It is not another Fire Emblem. So that is nice. Let's see. All right, we got to move on to the legs. Let's do some legs. We know how to use them. It's one of my why is this character here issues in these anime manga games. Yes, Dirty. Totally understand. Totally understand that yeah, sometimes you're just like, hey, what the fuck? What's going on here? Totally reasonable. All right, the last one we want to talk about is Fun Territory Defense by the Optimistic Lord. This is a good one of these. This is a good, fun some manga that I think you might like, y'all. So, it's an isekai. So, immediately, some people were like, you thought wrong, Pat. But yeah, it's an isekai. Our main character got reincarnated as like the youngest son of a lord, noble birth, and you know he's a child prodigy. Everyone's like, "Oh, this kid's so smart." You know, he's got reading comprehension. Like he's going to be a genius. You know, hey, he's the youngest, but he maybe will take over the family and like bring honor or whatever. Like he's going to do great. He gets to the age where he can take the test to find out what kind of magic he will use. And the test reveals that he can use production magic, which is not a skill that people want because it is not glorious in battle. It is not magic, you know, it is not elemental magic that can destroy things. It's production magic. What the fuck? Get out of here with that. It very much seems like his fucking dad is just going to kill him right then and there, you know, for bringing shame by blessing with that gift. But his older brother is like, hey, you know, father, when we took over land from so-and-so, we got this one village on the outskirts, and they don't have a local leader. Let's send him there. That's somewhere he can, you know, he can do some good work and whatever, and he can, you know, like help out and, you know, honor the family name. It's basically like a different kind of death sentence. It's just like, hey, go over here to the frontier and, you know, you're a fucking young person and see what's going on. Now, I should mention, hey, dumbasses, maybe you should find out how good he is at doing production magic before you banish him, basically. Because, yeah, he does production magic, which you think is not cool. Guess what? He's really fucking good at it. As long as he has ingredients and he can use, he can recycle materials too, and he can like substitute materials, he can build anything very quickly, very easily, without much effort. Turns out he is a fucking genius at this as well. And maybe they should have figured that shit out. So he's psyched about it because he's just like, all right, great. I'm going to go to this frontier. Now, are there problems in this frontier area? Yes. Immediately when they arrive, they find out that this area is constantly being attacked by bandits. And like the town is really suffering and people have died, people have left, and shit's not great. And then they find out their new local lord is like a kid, and they're like, oh, we're fucked. obviously once he starts doing like he builds like a defensive wall around it that he can keep up without a problem. He uh he there's a bunch of things that this dude just is pretty much immediately really good at. He starts repairing houses and building materials to strengthen everybody up and make catapults and all kinds of stuff. Also, he's not alone. He didn't just show up. He was trained as a swordsman. Like his trainer, and of course he's a kid, so he's not great at it. But his trainer was like, "I love your work ethic. You knew you were going to be a mage, but you still wanted to learn the sword. I'm retired. I retired from the knights, and I've hated teaching young nobles the sword. So I'm coming with you." And then like an old guy, basically the butler retired from the house. He was like, "Yeah, I kind of want to like retire with the young lord, and this area is where I was from, so I'm coming too." He picked up at one point a slave who he freed, but the kid stuck around as like his servant, and he's like learned because whatever. It again, obviously, it's a fucking fantasy world, so they added slavery in there because of course they fucking did. But this one is, weird servitude. They tried to make it not bad, and which in many instances is worse. Hooray! Also, some adventurers they hired to take them there were like, "We want to stick around and see what you do. I feel like this is going to be pretty great." And there's like monsters we can hunt around, and yeah, all right, let's stick around. Let's see what this guy's up to. I think like I've never met a noble quite like this young boy. So it's a fun story. I think fun is in the title, so I shouldn't have said that. But I think that fun territory defense by the Optimistic Lord is a pretty good one of these. If you are like, I am interested in picking up, so many chapters of a manga, I would like a new manga. I think that you could do way worse than this particular one. Especially if you like isekai like I do. And heaven knows we're fucking eating well. Isekai fans like myself are eating well for anime this coming season because there are a goddamn million of them. There's just so many of them. I want to see if that one show got picked up or not. I don't think it did. Of course, Crunchyroll isn't good about fucking telling. For whatever reason, sometimes they're just like, we're not going to tell you about all of them that are coming out. We're not going to tell you every single show. Some of them will just come out, and then we'll say, we added it. And I don't know why, but that is the case. Okay. So, no, not that. Oh, they got Buddy Daddies? Okay, that's coming out. They got Buddy Daddies. I'm going to watch the first episode of Buddy Daddies. A bunch of isekai that I'm going to see, overpowered main characters stuff, fun stuff there. Kana, the Great Snow Sea. I'm going to skip that. All right, right now they have not listed the one of the ones that I want to know. They haven't listed it. High Dive's very good about saying, here are the shows we have. So it might be that show, like, I don't end up checking it out. Although also, turns out, hey, Saint Seiya, Knights of the Zodiac Season 3, I guess that show got delayed because Crunchyroll took it off the schedule as it coming out, which is weird. But yeah, there's still going to be plenty of stuff, even if one of the shows that I want to watch, the Magic Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady, right now, nothing has been said about who's getting it. So I hope someone picks it up because I would like to see it. Because that manga is fun. I just read another chapter of that the other day. It's a very good manga. So, and also, it's a Yuri Isekai, and it's a Yuri Isekai that also is not a gender bending. It is not a guy who gets reincarnated as a girl and then dates a girl. It is a, which is fine. That's fine. But I'm saying this is just like girl died, reincarnated, meets another lady, hits it off, and gonna see what happens after that. It's just like, oh, that's cool. And there was also magic and all kinds of other shit, weird stuff, and getting rescued as the villainess and fighting a dragon and all kinds of other stuff that's going on there. There's a lot going on, but it's a good manga, and I hope that the anime adaptation gets picked up by Crunchyroll or High Dive or Hulu or something. Somebody gets it, is my hope. But right now, nobody's got it. All right, now's the part of the stream where I want to hear from you. What are you watching right now? What are you, if you're playing anything? We got some time before something happens at 11. I'm gonna make the call at 11 about what happens. We are here till midnight. We are definitely here till midnight, but I haven't decided what we're doing at 11 p.m. yet. Especially because this kit is almost done. So I think we're probably going to just build this whole goddamn kit because there's very little left to do. So we might just keep building this kit and then see what there. I'm John saying I'm starting Quintessential Quintuplets and going hard into Death Stranding. Quintessential Quintuplets is an interesting one because that became the show that people... There are two very similar anime that came out around the same time where it's a guy tutoring a bunch of ladies and it is a romantic comedy of sorts. That one became very popular because it's all like it's quintuplets and there's a little bit of a mystery and they're very different kinds of girls. We Never Learn is the one that I liked better. That was a 2-core. I thought We Never Learn was the better of the two. Now, We Never Learn did have a weird thing where the teacher might also be developing feelings for the student, which is not fucking cool. But other than that part that wasn't fucking cool, it was pretty great. Including, there was a character in this show where everyone is kind of interested in our guy. There was a character that got introduced that wasn't interested in him. Like, can you imagine a girl in a harem anime not interested in the guy? But also, she might end up getting interested in him eventually. But at the start, at least, she was only interested in bothering him because she thought it was funny. And I thought that was very unique for the genre. QQ was recently referenced by some of my friends and saw it was free on Crunchyroll, so went for it. Yeah, I mean, like, he's a hardworking dude. I love his little sister. I love how much he loves trying to support his sister, which is the reason why he's putting up with this nonsense. There are some of those girls are best girl candidates for sure. I feel like it takes a while for a few of them to get some good material in there. But it is that there's something fun about it. Some of the twists and turns and shenanigans of Quintessential Quintuplets is fun. The only thing I will say, John, your life will be easier if you remind yourself that to the outside world, these girls look identical. That the hair is a little different, but the hair color is for anime watchers. The hair color is for you to help understand that to the outside world, these girls like have slightly different haircuts, and one of the girls wears headphones, and to them, that's it. To you, they look different and their hair color is different so that you can understand it better. And that will make the weirdness of this anime slightly easier to understand. I knew several identical twins in school, and I never had a problem telling them apart after the first time I met them. Yeah, I mean, some identical twins are just like carbon copies of each other in personality, but others aren't. I mean, I met fraternal twins who couldn't have been different in life. There were girls that looked like they were identical twins. They were fraternals, though. But they were so different personality-wise. It was just like night and day. And I always wondered if some of that might have been situational, like they were trying to be different. Also, Dirty said, currently playing Spider-Man, and I ordered magnifying desk light to help with painting my minis. Still can't find my snippers, though. Dirty, I hope you find those snippers. I hope they're in a box that you used recently or that you thought you already checked. That's the real thing, right? Sometimes it's in a place you thought you looked in. You're like, no, I already looked there. So you just don't. And it turns out that's where it was. I have solved many a problem with that where I was like, well, this is the place I didn't. I know I looked here. I didn't look here. Okay, I didn't look here. Great. So good luck on that. Let's see. For me, I have been playing Lego Builder's Journey. I've stuck on a part. Like, I have now started a new save for Tuesday's stream, but I have been stuck on a part for a real long time, and it's just really frustrating. Ready to get painting them Space Dwarves. Yes. Good luck to you on that, on doing your paints, getting your painting on. Good luck with all that. I'm not going to do the rest of this gun. You know what? I'll do this gun. Fine, I'll do the gun. We only have one thing left to build. I knew this wouldn't take long, but I forgot that even with stickers, this is not going to be a long build because it's an entry grade. Entry grades don't take a long time to do. So I didn't even think about that. We are going to stick with this, though. When we go past the 11 p.m. Into the next hour of model kit building, we're going to keep on this. We're going to finish this, and then I'm going to make a call. I don't think we're going to play Jackbox tonight because I don't think we're going to have the numbers for Jackbox. We are going to hang out until midnight, and we are going to do something. I have my backup plan, which I discussed at the beginning of the stream, and I think that's what we're going to do, but I'm still, debating. I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to do, so we'll get to that in a little bit here. And it just won't be a thing we do on Tuesday, which is fine. Because Lego Builders is definitely a thing. Builder's Journey is the thing we're doing on Tuesday. But I was like, we can do another thing on Tuesday as well that won't be a full stream worth of stuff. But we might just do that, or at least start it for the third hour. Because I definitely don't want to start a new kit. I want to. I don't have within hand reach a brand new model kit. I also don't want to keep building past 11. We're gonna snip this out. Just because why risk breaking it even if they're like, no, everything's fine. You can totally snap these pieces out. Just like, yeah, you can, but do I want to? All right. I do think entry grades are fucking rad. And the RX-78-2 is still the best entry grade for the Gundam entry grades, at least. It's still the goddamn best. It still fucking kicks ass. We do have to put stickers on this. So we won't panel line it until we get it together here. Because this kit still needs stickers. And then when we put stickers on it, then we can panel line parts of it. We'll do this because I know this is on my new, this is the new Gundam entry grade, there are a few of them that were snipped out to be on the safe side. Yes, I think some parts you still should, even if you can, it doesn't mean you have to. No one's saying, you gotta do this way. So, I think it's totally reasonable to be actually, fuck that. How about if I just do it on the safe side? So we'll put this on just so that we can look at it. Oh wait, I gotta. This goes like this when it's on the back. When it goes on the back of the kit, you put it like that. Just neat. But when it goes on the side, which is where you want it, you pop this out, turn it this way, and then, hell yeah. Lashbrook ended up watching both Paddington movies today. They're good, but I think I might have been oversold on the second one. So, yeah, obviously, Paddington 2 is fucking good. I don't know if it's as good as... I do think it's as good as people were saying it was. I don't know if you can go into it and have it be like the brilliant thing that everyone says it is, like without discovering it for yourself. I feel like that movie is a movie that you go like, oh, I get it. Okay. And not a movie where you're like, people told me to watch this and it's the best thing ever. Oh, it turns out they're right. Like, I don't know. I think it's a movie that you have to kind of like discover for yourself. And a lot of people did discover it. And they're like, wait, why is this so fucking good? If that makes any sense. All right, we got to put stickers on here on a kit that doesn't generally have stickers. So we'll get going on that. Just gonna pop the hand out of here. We'll start with the obvious stickers and then move on to the semi-obvious ones. Again, this kit does not normally have it, so you are not going to have what you would normally have on a kit, which is like slight indents to let you know where a sticker should be, because this kit does not have that. So we're kind of going off of just the instructions here, the markings instructions on the front. They literally had to add it to the front of this. Again, only at Target. It's very strange to see. My Target exclusive model kit. It's very strange. But yeah, we're any games or anime they're really excited about for 2023. I mean, like, the anime adaptation I'm probably most excited about for next year is Solo Leveling. I hope that anime adaptation is fantastic, because the manhwa adaptations we've had so far have been like either like, this is really good but not a good adaptation, like God of High School, which is like fun to watch but like not a good representation of that manhwa, or like fine, like Noblesse was fine. Tower of God was good. I don't know if I've never actually read that manhwa, so I don't know if it's like good compared to the manhwa, but I know that like as a story it was good. But I am hopeful and excited for an anime adaptation so good that people who have not been reading Korean comics are like, okay, I guess I fucking gotta read some Korean comics because this shit is wild and good. So I am interested in that. All right. Okay. So I do have a choice of stickers. I got a lot of like weird like red lines here that I don't think I love, but we'll put them on anyway. I guess we could have applied these stickers because this is like a modified kit. This like we could have put these on as we went, but they weren't in the instructions as we went. They're just on the front page. So I'm like, okay. All right. So we've got the RX. We have the blue and we have the multicolor. I think we're going to go with the blue to go with like the other side. So I think we're going to go with this top one, number 1. But we still have some solid lines for the back of the kit and then like some thin solid lines. Space Marine 2, says Dirty, is something really excited about for next year. The first one is still fun to go back to and run amok in. Yeah, I could see myself playing Space Marine 2. Possibly. I am excited. I did not play Persona 4 or Persona 4 Golden in 2022, but I have pre-installed the PC Game Pass version, and so sometime I think it's like around It's January. It's like middle of January. It's right before my folks go to leave South Carolina for Florida, and so I'm going to have some time. I'm excited to play that because again, I haven't played it in 2022, but I am excited to play the PC Game Pass version. I think that'll be a fine version to check out. All right, so we're going to put these here on the shoulders, the things no one will ever see. A little tight to do this now. Probably could have done this, but again, the instructions didn't have it in there in order. But we probably could have done that earlier. We just took the arm off to do it because that makes a lot more sense. We'll snap that back in, and then we'll snap this arm off to do the other side. Persona 3 always coming out. I really love it. Indeed. The 18th. Great. Play the one where everyone shoots themselves in the head. Yes, that is PS3. Yes. That's Persona 3. They invoke. But yeah, no, I'm going to play 4 Golden. And I think that should be fun. And I believe the people who've worked on the PC mods that got mods working on Persona 5 are going to be working on a guide for Persona 4 Golden PC Game Pass to get mods working on that, which would be neat. Because I'll tell you this, friends, the last few times that I played it, Persona 4 have been heavily modded. Even when I was just running it emulated version of it on the old PS2 emulation of 4, I would use like Game Genie codes and stuff because why the fuck not? Make my life goddamn easier. A guide and cheats is the way to play Persona 4 and Persona 4 Golden. So would always do that. Okay, so we got to do the legs around here. The waist has like a spot. It's right where this notch is. And I don't think I don't know if I want to put these bars. I will do it, but I think these are unnecessary stickers. In my opinion, we're getting into some unnecessary categories here with these. But we'll do it because they're here. I'm lucky enough to play 4 Golden. Never had spoilers when I played through it. Hell yeah, I'm John. That is lucky. I would like to, I am looking forward to getting back in there because I do enjoy. Okay, so 6 goes this way around. Starts at the midpoint here. And then wraps around like this. Yeah, I don't, we're doing it because the stickers are here. I don't necessarily think this is like, that I would do this normally. Oh, this only goes on one leg. Yeah, it's on this leg here. I took both legs off unnecessarily. Yeah, this seems unnecessary to do, but whatever. It's here, so we'll do it. I did get about halfway through that game around when the Vita TV came out. Unfortunately, did catch the big spoiler in that game. Yeah, I think it's hard to avoid spoilers in Persona 4 or in Golden. Also, in my opinion, Golden's twist you can see coming a mile away, but where 4, you're like, wait, oh, this fucking guy? Christ. Where in that case I was like, oh. But in Golden it was like, huh. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Now what I do want to do is I want to watch the Persona. I think it's the Golden anime. Is it Golden anime or is it the? No, it's the Persona 4 anime adaptation, which is a 2-core. There's a 2-part episode where the little cousin Nanako is from her perspective, and it's figuring out what her big bro does all day, and it's just all of the minor characters. It's all of the the old lady and the nurse and the kid that needs tutoring. It's all of those characters And it's just like it's him, like and additions and things like that. And it's basically the fox, the mysterious fox. It's all of the minor characters, uh, uh, in him, like basically Nanako, who becomes like detective. She becomes like Detective Nanako. It's just her realizing that her big bro is like the king of the neighborhood or the town because he's just helping all these people, like all these random people out. And if you're like, Pat, is the music girl there? Yes. Is the actress there? The annoying girl? Yes. Everybody's fucking there. They're all there. Um, all the minor characters are around. It's a great two-parter of just like explaining like who all these people are and how they interact with one another, and how he like our main dude just kind of like goes with the flow and has to help all these people. It's pretty remarkable. We did it, friends. I did not think we would finish a model kit and then completely build another model kit, but we did. The RX-78-2 US Gundam American type has been completed. We done did it, friends. It got built. I'm going to take a photo of this here. Great. That's done. Okay, let's go here. So normally we would have finished. We would have, like we were so close that we would have continued the fight, finished the RX-78-2 U.S. Gundam American type entry grade. We would have finished it, and then we would go and raid normally because we always end with a raid, but we're not ending with a raid now because we gotta go here because it's the 31st. And we've got business to take care of. And of course, by business, I mean we got to do something else for the next hour until the new year happens. That reminds me to set a timer for myself so that we can go and ring in the new year. So let's set a timer here for 11. There. Set a timer. Ring in the year. So originally the plan was for this next hour that we would play Jackbox Party Pack 9. But I do not believe that we have enough people for that because I think 13 to 15 people is like the minimum so that people don't feel like they have to contribute and have to play. So we're not going to do that. We are going to flip the script, and we are going to go and get back into. And let me find the image that I want to put in here. But we are going to hang out and we are going to do stuff in this next hour, because we are going to go back to Steed Force. We're going back to Steed Force. The mobile suit game within Last Call BBS. So we are going to do that. I'm going to change it to Last Call Steed Force. Steed Force, the fictional mobile suit game, mobile suit show that within Last Call BBS that someone made a fan game of, so you can build model kits because in the lore the model kits were hard to import, so somebody just made a fan game. And let me just change the Last Call BBS. So we're going to do that. This was the thing I thought we were going to do on Tuesday before we started doing Lego Builder's Journey. But I have made the change. I made the call that we're just going to do that now. Because why can't I? For whatever reason, the category for Last Call BBS is not showing up. All I can do is... Can I do this? Can I do game Last Call BBS? Can I do it in here? No, I cannot do that. I cannot do the command of that. This is very fun. I'm sure you're all very excited about that. I thought I had that as a Nightbot command. I don't. For whatever reason, I can't change the category to... There we go. Now can I do last call BBS? Now I can. Great. I don't know why that wasn't working, but it wasn't. That's fun. Now it is. Last call BBS. So we're gonna jump into the old Steed Force. I am gonna tweet this out first, and then we'll get into it. Model kits have been built, and I'm calling an audible. I'm gonna load up last call BBS and build one kit I never finished in Steed Force. Coming up. Okay, so if you were really excited about playing Jackbox, I am sorry. Hopefully in January I will get a Jackbox game together and we'll be able to do that. But I just don't think we're going to have the numbers for that tonight. So we are not going to do it. Instead, we're going to go back into Last Call BBS. And I'll talk about the game a little bit, and then we'll get into it. And you can give me suggestions, and you can tell me no, that goes there, because there's not instructions. We'll get into the whole thing, but we're gonna jump back into Last Call BBS, which I have on Game Pass. All right, so let's get back into this. Here we are. So we're doing Steed Force Hobby Studio. We'll open that up. If this background music is too loud, let me know. I'm going to turn it down on my end. Also, I could delete and we could start over. But you can see there's Pascal that we did, which color scheme is weird. We're not going to do what they want. We're going to do what we want. We got the space type, which I think looks really... This one I think we did the best of any of them. And then we've got Lock, the surface type. And then, oh, okay, there's that one. Wait, yeah, here we go. This is the one we haven't done. The Capital Patrol type, right? Or is it this one? Yes. You can see the Capital Patrol type. All I've done is 1 foot. I did it on my own. I've done the feet. That's it. And I'm gonna have to remember. Okay, the tools is that. So basically, you can hit the pin wash, do panel lining, and just hold down and it does that. You can see it's already been done. And then color here, I just made it orange just to do something, but we can make them blue. Cover that all up there. I don't know what the colors are going to be here yet. I think once I get stuff together, we can do that. And then you got to paint it again. Or, panel line it one more time. You just got to hold and fills it, which is cool. So we could do that color. I don't know if we're going to right now. We could mask and do some stuff. You got some tweezers. We got the cutting tool. Instructions are... Manual. The manual, again, if you're unfamiliar, this is the manual. Model, assembly, painting. So assembly is just like, this assembly to me is terrible because it's just like, yeah, there's a gun and there's a backpack. It's like, that doesn't help me. And the model is just like, here's some information you might need. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to do everything we can easily figure out. And then we will kind of take some stuff apart, and we will we'll take some stuff apart, and then we will kind of build it together, paint as we go, and then once it's all completed, then we can kind of like really fine tune because you can always just like paint over. So just kind of go and do some snips. Shows you where you can snip, and then if I right click, I can move that out of the way, and then we can that makes sense. That snaps together. And then we'll just kind of put it up there so it's out of our way. And this, this you can just put stuff over there. So we've got to put it out of our way. We know that we've got feet done. We know we got that done. Let's take these out and try to snap these things together. And sometimes part of the puzzle is just figuring out like how this works. Some kits I think are more straightforward than others, which is nice. But like pretty easy to know that's how they go, right? And then if we want, you can disconnect them, but we're good here. All right, so let's get this together. Q. I really did enjoy working on this before, so I'm looking forward to working on it again because these are fun to put together. And then we'll learn stuff like, oh, actually, we had to do that. This doesn't work unless you connect these two together. These connectors don't work on there. You got what? We missed this out. We'll look at the instructions and compare as we realize we have pieces that don't fit. But like, yeah, makes sense that these combine together like that. And that combines together like that. Makes sense, right? That makes a lot of sense. This gun goes in together like this gun. That makes sense. Hey, I don't care. Get out of here. Wait. Oh, I got a pop up and I guess it didn't show up there. That's good. I got a pop up from GeForce Now being like, not GeForce Now, Xbox being like, hey, we got some games. You want to buy any games? It's like, no, get out of here. All right. I mean, I do want games, but. Okay. So we can snip these out. And put these together like this. And you're like, oh, that doesn't. Okay, no, that did snap together. Does that snap on like that? Does it snap on like that? Yeah, it does. And then this will snap on like that. Oh, it doesn't want to right there. So there might be another step there. Pretty damn relaxing. If you have a Game Pass, I would say Last Call BBS has some cool shit. This is my favorite of the stuff. Like, this is the only thing I've streamed because I've really enjoyed doing it. All right, so let's just bring up the instructions. You can see these kind of go over a thing, but it doesn't look like there's anything else outside the leg that connects these two, but there might be. I might be missing something. So, but right now, yeah, right now these legs don't connect. Oh, there it did. Okay, so these do. Great, we did it. Cool. We've got a bunch of this kit done. We could probably do some painting, but I'm not going to worry about that until we get more of this connected. Lots of small pieces here. Let's do this one. No, not this one. This one. No, this one. There we go. Once you finish one and it disappears, it does make life easier, but we got so many connectors, I don't know what's going to go happen to them. So, all right, let's do Q. There. Did the feet come blue? No, I spray painted them blue, Lashbrook. I just was playing around before the stream, before I decided to stream this, and just kind of made them blue myself. They were orange before we even started. We started orange. This is the backpack, so this will go on the back of the kit. So we can snap these out here. And we'll probably keep that off because I want to paint it before we put it on. But does this go on like this? No, there's connective. There is some sort of torso that we have to get here, but we can. Okay. Is this going to go on like this? Yes, it does. That goes like that. Okay. This is going to go here. Did that. I imagine this will go here. Oh, is there something else in the middle, in the chest that I didn't hit? Yep, because this won't connect. So that means there's something that goes here, and then that connects into that. Great. Good to know. Oh, I bet these are the shoulder rockets, I think. Yeah, these are on the shoulders. And then these go into them. It's weird. I've never really had a model kit where I had to do all of the figuring out how that like works together. Like a not built model kit. That is like a weird thing. Okay, so I think these rockets go in the shoulders here. But I thought those rockets... Oh, no, the rockets are part of the backpack. So, yeah, So these do go somewhere. Oh, that's right. This is the backpack. That's the chest. That's why it wasn't working right. Yes. These are going to go over here for now. Again, because I don't know where they go yet, because I haven't built the hands. All right, so that's backpack. Can I put the backpack on? Yes, I can. Great. Now the backpack is on there. Again, I'm missing a piece there that's going to go there. We can do these parts of the head onto the neck. And then, all right, there's little parts that go here on the side of the head. So we can try to find that. At the very least, we can also just... Because if we clip all these off, then this sprue will go away. There it goes. It disappeared. Now, where do these go? I don't know yet. Where does this go? Does this go here? It does. There's the neck. Great. And then if I put this here, hell yeah. We still don't have a connection for that yet. That's the waist. We got to figure that out. And then I don't know. I think this might go here, maybe? We're just going to snap all these off here. I think these are just to get rid of that. Yes, this goes. So this is going to go on the waist there. Where these four pieces go, I don't know yet. They're probably parts of the shoulders. These are the tops of the shoulders, I know that. So these are the tops of the shoulders. So we got that going on. We can build that next. And then there's the waist part, which we haven't... I got to figure out where that goes. But I know this goes here. Hurrah! Did that. And then that one part there... Where's that go? What's this? Assembly. I don't know where that part goes. Oh, got a beam saber. Cool. That's that there. Got that. Beam saber. Great. Put that there. And then we can just get these parts, which I believe are for the arms. Let's do that. These don't go there. I think these are probably connectors there. I know that these are shoulder pieces. This might be the waist here. So let me snap that out. Yes, that's the waist. You gonna connect? You done? You're not done. All right, there's something else that needs to go on there before these connect to that. Is it this? Yes, that goes there. Yeah, hell yeah, look at that. We're getting it. We're getting parts of this done. Hands are easy. Let's do hands. 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 Very chill music, which I can appreciate. Oh, that's the top of the head. These pieces are good. There we go. Hell yeah. All right. And we're done with that. So now we can just get some of these together here. How do these work? How do you work? I thought these went on top of there. Yeah, that goes there. I just don't know how this connects. There it is. There it is. Okay. All right, so shoulders are done. Now we can get hand here. Get our arms done. Let's see. Okay. That goes like that. Goes like that. No. Okay. Okay, like that. Got it. Then I don't know what I don't know where these go. I don't know where these go. And I know these go here. Wait, I now know these go here. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, right? Where do these go? Rockets on the side, backpack here. That looks like that. Looks like that. These must be something. I mean, they're something. If you have any idea, because these don't want to connect yet, so. Oh, there goes. That connected. Whoop. What the hell? Game bar thing was showing up again. Get the fuck out of here. What are these? Where did they go? What am I missing? Let me look at assembly. Get the gun. Oh, I know what these are. These are the things that clip onto the sides here that I forgot all about. These like blast effect parts go into them. These go in here because they're side rockets. Hell yeah. We are now body complete and weapon complete and effects complete. We did it, everybody. So under the shoulder pads. Yes, thank you, Restrand. So we could just be like, oh, we're done here. We figured this shit out. But no, we are not done here. We've got to color this thing. And I've been doing two-tone. You saw that a lot, that I really enjoy doing the two-tone thing. But you know, there's more to do here. So now we were just gonna like take segments of it. Yes, if I hit shift click, I can remove parts. So we're gonna kind of divvy this up into like segments, and then we'll minimize the segments even more. Oops, I don't want to do that. Just kind of to give us a bunch of different things to work with here. To play around with some colors, right? And then we'll break down the parts even more and just kind of play around that. And then we can play around with some other stuff, right? So like what's our primary color going to be? Like blue feet right now seems good. I don't necessarily want to mess around with that. But like, what's our base color going to be? Like, is it going to be white? Like, we can play around with that. We got like, we'll just play around with it now, right? Like this kind of like off-white here. And then if I shift this off, and make this like black, then I can, it's like, do I want to do that? Does that look good? I don't know. Do I want to make that blue? Because I can make that blue. I kind of like that. And then if I hit that with this, I think that looks sharp, right? And then it's like, okay, then like what parts do I want to make that? I kind of like that. And then we'll pick like a third color. We'll do 3 colors on this, right? But like kind of like that. Like the body of this, we're going to say that like everything here is this color, and then we'll kind of accent it with blue and another color. What's the other color? I don't know yet. And then when I take all this apart, some of this, you know, we'll have to take everything apart to actually do the whole thing. Because you can see, like, actually I didn't paint all of it because I painted it while it was together. Okay, so that's going to be blue. We know that. We know that this whole thing is like that. We're just going to hit all this here. Okay, so we know this is blue. And then, should this be blue? I think I like that. So if I take these off and make these blue. And then panel line that. And I think that looks pretty neat, but we will know for sure later. But this two-tone method is kind of like how I like to operate, basically. All right, so then we'll get the chest in here. And then the chest, we have these minor pieces here. Got that. Got that. We've got that. And we've got that. These are the components of the... Oh, wait, we got that too. So I got a bunch here. We know this is going to be white, or cream. This is going to be cream color, because that's our majority pieces are going to be cream here. So we'll hit all that, and then we'll give it some detail. Well, I don't know if I did this here, but it doesn't really need it. Okay. So we know that, and then maybe these will be these won't be blue. These will be a different color, so we can like do gold here, because that might look neat. And then hit there, and then kind of just put these back in now. And then this we want blue, because it's the head will be sitting in it, which will probably be the cream color. So we put it in there. It looks neat. And then we'll have to see how this looks. We might want to paint this all the same color. So let's just do this blue for now, and we can look at it and see if that's too much or if that should have been different color. I think it looks pretty good right now. And then the back one here, I think we're gonna do that. But let's do yeah, I like that. I think our effects parts and the rockets are going to be like that piece there will probably be that. And I think these are going to be gold like that. I think that's what it's going to be. So we're going to have 4 colors on this kit. Amazing, right? Yeah. And then this part, while I'm thinking of it, it's going to be black. Or no, gray. It's gray. Sorry. It's gray. And then this is going to be gold. Oops, that got gold, but that's fine. I think that actually will probably be gold as well. Let's do it, but we'll fix it later. Fix it in post. Yeah. We probably actually don't want this to be gold because it is too close to that in location. So let me like that. Blue just for now. And can make that gray. That was an accident, but I kind of don't hate that. Kind of like that blend. I don't actually hate that. It's kind of neat. Okay. So, head next. Or backpack. Take these out. Take these out. And then... Oh no, that's cream, so I think that's probably gonna... Because it is just split in half, yeah, so okay. That is right. We don't know. That backpack might want to be blue once we put this all together. Yeah, because maybe we want those shoulders to be blue. Yeah. Yeah. Might want to, yeah. Because that way the shoulders are blue. Alright, that's kind of neat. And then get this here. Do. Yeah, I like that. It's pretty good. Okay, so then we got... Oops. There we go. Alright, I think I'm going to want both these the same color. No. Yeah, I think I want all of this cream. That is neat. And then make it look real nice, like that. And then I don't go for masking. You may have noticed I'm not doing any masking or anything like that. That's not necessarily what I'm looking for. That kind of nonsense. And then we'll paint this, that. Again, I don't know if this is what we're going to go with, but right now that's what we're going with. So we're in that for now. Oh. This. think I want to make that this here. Yeah, all right. That looks all right, I think. Okay. So we want this to be cream colored here. Probably. We have to figure out how these connect together here. So, I mean, look, if I could separate this and mask it together, I would make just this part, just one of these parts blue, but instead we're gonna look at it. I don't know yet. I don't know if this is how I want it, but we're gonna look at it. Is this too much blue? Should I instead make something else blue? I haven't decided yet. Come on. There we go. Oh, well, I can do this blue, this cream, and then I could do that. Do that. I can do that. Ooh, yeah, I don't hate that. Yeah, that looks kind of neat. Yeah, I don't mind that. So I just gotta separate these parts here. That's gonna be fine. This is gonna be fine. Then we gotta make these blue. Then add some detail to it. Make it look nice and sharp. The lower half of those legs are just the GP1 legs. Yes, totally. I mean, you know. No, this is from Steed Force. This is definitely from the anime Steed Force. Clearly. Alright, so we'll paint this that color. And then add some details. And then we'll kind of just do this like we're going to do that. Where we remove that, remove that. We know this is going to be our gold. We know this is going to be this gray. So we can give it a little wash here. All right, so we know that's how that goes on for both of these. But how does the rest of this go? This should either be cream or blue. Well, so yeah, if I do this here, we've got 3 components on here. We got this, we got this, we got that. So we can really get some fine detail with that. We've got this. There's a lot to do in the arms. There's a lot of detail in the arms. So we can get kind of silly with it if we want to get silly with it. And of course we got this beam saber here. I'm going to play around with this, right? That's what we're here to do. Luckily you can just go over your mistakes. Oh, we dropped some frames at some point tonight. My apologies for that. Just noticed we dropped a couple hundred frames there. All right, so that goes like that. This goes like that. I am just going to play around with these 3 colors, or these 2 colors that I'm using, and we'll see if I like it or not. First, we'll try this combination. Do I like that? Kind of. Now let's see. We'll do it opposite on the other side. See how I feel about that. Where this time this will be cream. Just trying to avoid having to repaint things. We'll do this cream, and we'll do these two blue. What do you think, friends? If you have a preference between, I don't know. I think I like the more blue than more cream here. I like this being different colored here. I don't mind that being the same color. I think I like the let's say the right, well, the left of the model kit. The left of the model kit, the right for us. The left side of the model kit right now, I think, or the right arm, I don't know. You know what I mean. I think I'm going this way. So, option 2, I want to say. I think I like option 2 better. So that's this, and that's this, and then of course, I think screen right makes it look like it has tiny shoulder pad. Yes, and I want that. I want it to look like it has a tiny shoulder pad. I like that vibe. I think that is neat. I think that's the way to go. Why are you not connecting right? Do you want to be like this? Why are you giving me trouble? There you go. Giving me so much trouble. Yeah, I like that. Okay, now we can do the arm, and then we can even hands and all that. So this goes here. So it goes like this. So by that, this would be cream colored. This would be cream colored. And then, will this be blue? No, that would be gray. And that would be blue. And then this would be blue. Yeah, all right, I like that. And then I don't like this. I don't like this yet. This is not what I want. I think the problem is that this is too close to this, so I don't want this to be the same color, but I don't want this to be blue. So I don't know what this is going to be yet, but it's not going to be that. And this is going to be something else right now. I don't know yet. All right, now we can just do the gun the same way. Well, not the gun, but the other arm the same way. Yeah. Okay, so hold shift so I can separate all this. These are going to be this color here. This is going to be this color. And then these will be blue. And then make sure everything looks great. This, like this, this, and then put it all together. Okay, and do I want, now we just have to figure out what we want to do here? Do we want to do just black? Is that what we want to do? Just like, did we just add another color? But when I look at this, well, I have a couple things we want to do. This is going to go gold because we need more. Whoops, there's no undo. There's no fucking undo. I didn't right click away. So now I have to fix shit. God damn it. Well, I can tell you one thing. Gold hands look fucking great. Well, we got time to fix this shit. Gold hands look really good, so... Oops, shit there. We are going to make the hand gold, because that looks fucking great. So... we gotta just fix these. That looks neat. And then we gotta... Alright, so now he's got to fix. Luckily, easy to fix your mistakes on here. That looks cool, so we're keeping that. That was a happy accident. The Gundam with the golden arm, indeed. Let's go with that. And then you just got to go back in and make it look all nice. Add in some details. Make it look sharp. Okay, so goes there. Goes there. There's fireworks in my neighborhood, which is weird. That I don't remember fireworks last year. But sure. Okay, and then we just gotta go here, clean this up, because we screwed that up too. And screwed this up. Oops. And now we got golden hands, which looks dope. But we got to make this hand golden too. And we're going to make both parts gold. Because it looks cool. Oh, and then also add some detail. Add some detail. Hells yeah. Alright, what else is there? Do we add even more gold? Let's see. I want to experiment with... Oh, I think this is going to be this color. I think that's going to look good. Yeah, we're going to go with that. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks fine. Now we're going to experiment here. Should I make this helmet gold? Oh, that looks pretty neat. That looks pretty cool. And then we just have the blue accents here. Oh, that looks pretty cool. One other option is... make it this to match where the other gold, because right now the gold is, every gold part is touching this dark gray. So we do that. Now every gold part has a dark gray accent. I don't know. I think that looks pretty fucking cool, friends. This has way more color than my other pieces. I am not 100% sold on the gold head, but I am I do think it's pretty neat, but I am not 100% sold on gold. I think there's one more piece that I'm going to make gold to kind of finish this off, but I'm not like against it, but I'm not like 100% on the gold head. I'm going to try one more thing that I think will really be good for this, which is well, if I do, I can't make the gold backpack. If I make the backpack gold, then the gold is going to clash with the head, and that's not going to work. But I could make this gold here. I do like the gold head. If you have thoughts on the gold head, you can let me know. No, I don't like that. I don't hate it, but I don't like it. All right, let's put this back like that. Pin wash it. Stick it back on there. Stick it on here. We're just going to try here. We're an experiment. Because I do like the idea of a big gold backpack. Booster rocket with booster rockets. Oh, I'm going to make this. And then hit the old. Imagine the back of this is nice and gold. Yeah, now that that's gold, first off, I think the backpack being gold, A+. Big fan of that. Now I don't like the head gold, though. Ooh, yeah. It's a bit rates, all kinds of messed up here, huh? But we should be okay. All right. Yeah, everything's good. Ooh, we are 8 minutes away from 2023. Yeah, I want to know, chat. Do you think I gotta change this head, right? This head doesn't work now with the backpack being gold, right? I don't know. Let me know what you think in the chat. If you think this head, I think this head can't be gold anymore with the backpack being gold. But I really like the backpack being gold. Like a little bit right there is nice. I think that right there is great. So I think I gotta paint this head different colors here. Yeah, switch it. Yeah. I could almost make the top of the head gold. We could try that. We can keep that gold and this. We can keep this gold. We can try this. We can keep this gold. Let's try it. Let's try it. And make this cream color again. And then hit pin. And then I think right now we keep these like this, but I don't know for sure. And then hit it with ooh, yeah. I like that. I don't think we've done so many colors on the head before. I'm going to take one of these off. Oops, not that. Get out of here. I'm going to take one of these off and make it blue, because we don't have any blue on the head. Yep. These should be blue. Easy enough to decide. Now, is the top of the head, should the top of the head be cream? Or should it be this yellow? Or gold? Too boring. We're making this gold. Gold helmet. Too boring. Okay. All right. That's our, hey, that's our fucking model kit, everybody. We did it. We got a beautiful looking kit with a bunch of colors I was not expecting to be on this. We got our two-tone, which I really love and have decided that's what this line looks like. A lot of accent colors I don't normally throw on there, more than I normally would. Yeah, I think that's really neat. I love the accident of the gold hands. The gold hands accident is so great because then it pushed us to add more of this gold throughout. We didn't use this color at all in any kit ever. But I just want to see what it looks like. We're not going to use it. Oh, yeah, no, we're good on that. That is not happening. But it's nice to see. Nice to take a look. All right, that's going back in. Great, okay. Lashbrook would repaint the thruster blasts. They look like part of the suit now. By the fact that this is now gold, you think it looks part of the suit instead of an effect part. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, now that we've added more gold, this should look different. You're right. Is that gonna be? I mean, I guess that's what this. Yeah. I mean, it very much. This way, this will look different, right? Like, this looks like an effect right now. I did not think we would use the pink for anything, but immediately, on Lashbrook's suggestion of changing up the blaster colors, the effects parts, this is, look, we don't have green, right? So this looks what a laser effect part should look like, in my opinion. What do they use in theirs that we don't care about? Oh, they use the blue. They use the blue as an effects part, which obviously we're using on the main kit. And they're getting real fancy with stuff that I'm never going to do. Just no way I'm ever going to do that. Yeah, all right. I think that really does look like an effect. We could make this... That's the main problem we have is I don't want this and this to be the same color. So, we have the weapons to be the same color. And yeah, I think that looks neat. All that's left is export animated GIF, which saves to the desktop. And then we'll have an animated GIF to be like, hey, look what we built. Which is fun. And we are close to the new year. So we will get out of this screen here. So we're going to exit out of the game. Close out of the game. I had to close out of the program, and then I have to go to System and shut down. And you get a cool sound effect of it shutting down. And then we will go to that. And then if I do F11, goes to full screen. And why am I being set to that? I need to do New York. Why? Well, okay. That's my phone saying, hey, you got a minute left. For whatever reason, high server load here. So, as you can see, we're almost ready. I wish it was 11, but for whatever reason, it's going at 6. I don't know why it picked that. Most likely it's due to server load, which is frustrating because I would want this to say that, but this was the plan, was time.is. You can understand why it's under some server load. But yeah, I wanted to say 12. It's going to say 6. That's fine. But we are about to click over, and then we're going to raid. We will end with the raid because we always end with a raid. But I did want to hit midnight, and then we'll go find somebody on a different coast or a different part of the country to go raid. But happy 2023, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for hanging out on a long-ass stream. It is now, for me, 2023. It is January 1st, 2023, and I don't have to deal with any more of 2022's bullshit. We're done. The last stream of the year is now technically the first stream of the year. So fuck off this year. Go to hell. Happy New Year, Jatsu. Thanks for being here. Happy New Year to everybody hanging out in chat. Aristophan and Lashbrook, Jatsu and Njan and Spydek, Drapsnap, Alicia, Alice, Alicidra, and One Ella. Thank you, everybody who is here hanging out. Fireworks are going off in my neighborhood, which is weird. It is a weird choice. First stream of the year, first official full stream of the year will be on Monday, January 2nd, 9 p.m. Eastern. A new kit will be built. I don't know what I'm going to build. I'm going to put a poll out for my $10 patrons tomorrow. We will start the year off right with a poll for my $10 patrons. Again, don't know what it's going to be. It'll be either a premium Bandai kit, something from G-Witch, or a Lego set that I bought myself. It'll be one of those three things, because I'll put the poll up. We are going to raid. That is how we end every stream, is with a raid. We're going to find somebody out there doing cool shit that we want to go hang out with. I don't know who we're going to go raid, who is streaming right now. We're going to find out. Again, I would like to be somebody in the middle of the country or on the West Coast. Let's see. Who is doing stuff we want to go hang out with? We got some people, Civ Rev. That's on this side of the coast. This side of the coast. I guess people just chatting. We rarely, if ever, raid Cameron Lauder from Loading Ready Run, because Cameron does not often stream this late in the evening. But Unarmed Oracle, we're going to go hang out with Unarmed Oracle, which is Cameron. Cameron is very good people, and it is cool to go hang out with him. So we were going to go give him a raid here. Let me get that set up, get that started. Is playing Civ 6, so that's good. Happy New Year to you, Bizzato. Welcome. We are about to go raid because I have been streaming for 3 hours, which you know is longer than I normally stream. I normally am done by 11, so can't do this anymore. So we're going to go raid Cameron, who is great. You'll like Cameron. You'll love Cameron's community. They're good people. Cameron is good people. Thank you all so much for being here. Again, we never get to raid Cameron, so that's fine. I think we raided him like once or twice since I've been doing this. I'll be back on Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern, doing it up. I hope to see you then. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. Happy New Year. Goodbye.